Alright guys, we finally have everything about the Mythic RAM-7, Nebula's brush, and yes, you will be able to grab it in the Whorl of Midnight Mythic Draw dropping September 11th at 5 PM Pacific time. And before you ask, no, I didn't get early access again. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In today's video, I'm going to share absolutely everything you need to know before spending a single CP on this mythic. We've got the full showcase straight from the Chinese version, the weapon inspection, the kill effects, the upgrades, and even some gameplay clips so you know exactly what you're getting. Consider this your one-stop guide before you hit that spin button. This mythic is looking gorgeous, like straight up cosmic art on your screen. But the real question is it worth your CP? Or should you hold on for the next mythic? Stick around because we're breaking it all down. And trust me, you'll want to see the final form animation. Let's talk about what makes this Mythic RAM-7 truly unique. This isn't just another flashy skin, it actually has two completely different versions, and the coolest part is that they change dynamically depending on the lighting in the map. Yup, you heard that right. The gun literally changes its look when you move between light and shadow. The darker version is called Sublime and it has this deep cosmic almost black hole vibe that glows beautifully in dark corners. Then there's the lighter version called Palette, which has that bright Van Gogh-like starry swirl look that pops in well-lit areas. And both forms aren't just static, they evolve as you get kills. You've got the base form, then the double kill upgrade, the quadra kill upgrade, and finally the 6 and 8 kill upgrades that just make it look like a piece of art tearing through the lobby. I've put both versions on screen so you can see them side by side. And honestly, it's one of the most creative mythics COD Mobile has ever done. And oh, before I forget, the entire theme of this Mythic RAM-7 is built around art, painting, and that whole creative vibe. The design feels like something straight out of an artist's studio, with every detail screaming masterpiece. But the real selling point here isn't just the color palette, it's this dual visual gimmick. If you remember the SPR dual persona or the Fennec scintillant scales, those also had two looks, but they were tied to either switching weapons or doing an inspect animation. This one is different, it reacts to the lighting in the map itself. Step into the shadows and boom, you've got Sublime. Move into the sunlight and palette comes alive. This is actually one of the coolest features of this Mythic RAM-7, the reload animation. Instead of the usual magazine swap, the operator just grabs a tube of paint, squeezes it straight into the gun, and boom, you're reloaded. It's such a clever touch because it ties perfectly into the whole art and painting theme of the skin. It honestly feels super satisfying to watch, way more creative than a boring mag reload. The swirling paint animation as the gun refuels really sells the fantasy of this weapon being an artist's masterpiece. This is the kind of attention to detail that makes a mythic worth grinding for. Definitely a big W from me on this one. Alright, now let's talk about the second most important thing when it comes to mythic weapons, the kill effects. Because let's be real, most people buy mythics for the flex, not just the stats. And this one, it's a work of art, literally. The first kill effect is pretty simple but elegant. A swirling paint stroke appears where your enemy just got deleted, kind of like an artist's first stroke on a blank canvas. Clean, minimal, satisfying. Move on to the second kill effect and things start getting a bit more dramatic. You get a full glowing circular effect that almost looks like a portal opening up with a burst of particles flying everywhere. It gives this feeling like you just sucked the enemy out of existence, very satisfying in clutch moments. And now, the grand finale, the final kill effect. And let me just say, this one is absolutely insane. When you secure the kill, a full-blown painting drops right onto the map, complete with its stand, and it even has one of the codm characters painted on it. It's like you're signing your masterpiece every time you wipe someone. Creativity-wise, 100 out of 100 from me. But here's the only real downside I see. That final kill effect can actually block your vision mid-fight if you're taking on multiple enemies at once. It's flashy, it's beautiful, but it's also a bit pay to lose if you're not careful because it can block your sightlines. Aside from that, honestly, no complaints. This might be one of the most creative mythics we've ever seen. Now let's take a look at the iron sights, because let's be real, even the cleanest mythic skin can feel annoying if the sights block half your screen. The base sight here is this nice circular design, and honestly it kind of gives me BP50 mythic vibes. It's super clean and doesn't feel too chunky, which is always a plus. Then you've got the second iron sight, and this one feels completely fresh. I don't think we've seen anything like this in any mythic before, at least not that I can remember. It's unique but still keeps that elegant artistic look. And then finally, the third upgraded sight. Now this one feels familiar, kind of like the Mythic Type 19 or even the VMP's iron sights. But similarities aside, all three are really well done. Even the base one is perfectly usable, so you won't feel forced to grind upgrades just to get a clean sight picture. Now let's talk about the Mythic Inspection. And honestly, this is where RAM-7 takes the crown for one of the best animation we've ever seen. The moment you trigger the inspection, you don't just spin the gun like every other Mythic. Oh no, you pull out an actual canvas and start painting. Stroke by stroke, you're literally creating the weapon in front of your eyes. And as soon as that masterpiece is done, the whole scene explodes into life. The colors swirl around you, the gun forms right there in the air and drops into your hands like you just created art with your bare hands. And then, to finish it off, it spins that golden mechanical ring at the center as if it's powering up before you head back into the fight. It's long, it's cinematic, and honestly, it just feels satisfying. This is hands down one of the coolest Mythic inspections we've ever had, and it fits the art theme perfectly. CODM, this is a straight up W. So yeah, I think we've pretty much covered every single aspect of the Mythic RAM-7, Nebula's brush. From its insane dual mode design, to that paint themed reload, to one of the most unique Mythic inspection we've seen yet, this weapon feels like a true piece of art. Literally. But you guys know I never just hype stuff blindly, so here's my final rating. 10 out of 10 on design, 10 out of 10 as an actual weapon, 7 out of 10 for the iron sights, 9 out of 10 for the inspection, 9 out of 10 for the reload animation, and sadly just a 4 out of 10 for the kill effects. Because yeah, as cool as they look, they might actually block your vision mid-fight and get you killed. Once this drop goes live on September 11th, 5 PM Pacific time, I'll be making a full video breaking down the cost of this mythic draw and whether it's worth your CP. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And most importantly, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this dual mode mythic? Are you going to pull for it or are you skipping this one? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's talk about it.